and I was facing this way. And I knew I was going to sing, nobody else did, and I came up here to practice with Bernie Francisco and went over the song, and I told him, I said, Bernie, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get through it. And Bernie said, if you think you're going to lose it, just close your eyes. But I don't think that's going to be enough today. Just close my eyes. I also remember standing over behind a little bit waiting, and we were looking through the door as people kept coming in. And I called Pastor Don Cox over and I said, take a look out there. He looked and I said, you wish you could draw a crowd like that on Sunday, don't you? But I should have known that Mama can draw a bigger crowd in the church than I can. When I first started thinking about what I wanted to say, I kept coming back to a group of verses in Proverbs 31 that I heard numerous times growing up at Bush Arbor Primitive Baptist Church on Mother's Day services. The one that kept coming to my mind was, who can find a virtuous woman, for her price is greater than rubies. And then later in the same chapter, her children arise up and call her blessed, her husband also, and he praiseth her. There's no doubt in my mind that my mother was all of the things that are listed in that chapter. She made it clear early on how she was going to raise us and how she expected us to carry ourselves. And when I think about Mama, one word kept coming up, and that's love. I'm going to use the letters in love to kind of describe her life. I'm going to mix up the order a little bit just because that's how I want to do it. Starting out, L is for living, and I talked to several people in the last few days, and they kept saying that she lived what most people just talk about doing. She took her faith and her family as serious as anyone ever has. And if she told you she was praying for you, she wasn't just, that wasn't lip service. She was praying for you, and she was committed. She knew right, and she did right. We sat there last night after the visitation, Aunt Tracy and I talking, and she said, how did she do it? She taught school, she raised 2 boys, and then she changed that. She said, actually, she raised 3 boys. She served her church, whether it was the library, the ministry, Sunday school, Bible school, women's groups. She worked with Little Life. She worked with God's Pit Crew. She was dedicated to her family, not just her immediate family, but her extended family. And that's living what you believe in your heart. The O is for original, or one of a kind. So many people came up and shared that nobody was like Wanda, or nobody was like Ms. Newcomb, or nobody was like Mama Wanda. She went out of her way to make people feel special, to make them feel like they were one of a kind. She sent cards to people. She sent gift cards to people. When she was laying in the hospital after surgery, she gave me a list of cards that she'd already started preparing, and she said, I need you to put this in an envelope. I need you to put a stamp on this one. I need you to mail this one this day. I need you to mail this one next week. And that's just how she was. There's a line in a song that it's a favorite of mine. It's not a group or a song that probably would ever be brought up in church, but the line is, memories are just where you need them. And that's what we have. We have memories, times that we shared with her. One that I kept thinking about was, I had a bunch of friends over and we were in the den and making way too much noise like we tend to do. And we had gotten a rubber band gun. It was a 6-shooter rubber band gun at the Bright Leaf Hoedown. And we were sitting there shooting stuff. You know, the guy was throwing coasters up in the air and I was shooting them from the hip like that. And Mom came in there and said, it's late. Y'all need to kind of quiet down a little bit. And for some reason, it came in my mind, you know those scenes in the Westerns where the guy's shooting at the guy's feet? Well, I pulled the gun out and started shooting at her feet. And I said, dance, dance, like that. She snatched that rubber band gun out of my hand, and to this day, I hadn't seen it. She loved sports, but it wasn't always that way. I remember a time where she didn't care anything about watching sports, but when she had boys like she did, she kind of came on over and she knew if she was going to spend time with us, probably sports was going to be involved. And after Payne Stewart won the U.S. Open, he'd already committed to a charity golf event at Mill Creek. It was him, Fred Couples, Paul Azinger, and Hal Sutton. And I think I tried to find anybody on the planet that would go with me, and nobody could but Mama. She said, "I'll go with you." So I said, "Okay, let's go." So we went there, and it was a small crowd, about 2,000 people, and they were warming up on the they're coming out to warm up on the driving range. We're standing there waiting for them, and we didn't know it, but they were coming in from behind. And Paul Azinger came right up behind us, tapped Mama on the shoulder, and he said, "Excuse me, I need to get to the driving range." She freaked out. Said, "That was Paul Azinger." I said, "Yeah, I know who it was." It's just one of the many experiences that we shared together. She was so personal. It was her smile, her ability to connect, and that's what made her so special. I'll come back to the V. I'm going to say that for last, but let's get to the E. And E kept making me think of educator. She dedicated her life to teaching and to the lives of her students. I remember when I was asked to take a semester off by the administration of Virginia Tech to get my priorities straight. And she made it clear that I was going to get a job. And Sammy Shields offered, well, he can come substitute teach. So well, okay, that's not so bad. So he had me substitute teach at Johnson Elementary. It was 3rd grade. Mom was great. I said, okay, I can do this. Sasha's sister, Sierra, was in the class, and I think she was the only one I didn't write up or send to the office that day. I came home, I walked in the door, I said, "Mama, I'm sorry." She said, "Sorry for what?" I said, "I had no idea what you dealt with." So after a few minutes of "I told you so," and teaching's more than just a job so you can have summers off, I know that's what your Uncle Dwight told you, she explained to me that for me it was a job, something I was doing to get a check, and for her it was a passion. She loved students like her own children, and her idea was to have them leave her classroom better than when they came to her. I heard countless stories, whether it be in person or over the phone or on Facebook the last few days, talking about how she was the teacher that meant the most to them in their entire school career. And that says a lot. Coming back to the V, the V stands for victory. In a little bit we'll sing the hymn "Victory in Jesus," which was very special to her. And too many times I see and I hear people, and I even caught myself doing it the other day, that someone lost their life to cancer, or they lost their battle with cancer. I want to read something to you from Mama's journal. May 15th, 2015. All I could think of was family. Were they ready for this? I knew that God had me ready. I knew God was holding me. In the days to follow, as I was catching up on my devotions, God reminded me of His plans for me to declare His name and His works. Well, it started Friday night. Everyone had to hear my story all weekend. God used my story